Okay. You guys all in frame?
I'm in frame, yeah.
Nice.
Why don't you come and
Give me a sec.
on the soy sauce?
Why don't you sit
This
down?
is soy sauce.
Scoot that way. One, not that.
A little more, a little more, a little more.
I think we're good. We got Vinny right in the middle of the soy sauce.
Why did you do that?
I realized. That was Candid. It was
Here I
like,
am.
Really get it in
Back
there.
here then.
Hang
I
upside down and answer the questions. Prove that it's not disgusting and lick it.
So are we doing this? We
I
live?
didn't say it wasn't this.
Are we recording?
No, we're not live. Look at me.
Why
I'm
no, we're
all
not
fucking-
live?
I
I'm
see the little
standing.
red wreck.
Well, we are
at the
recording.
top.
All right, bitches.
Welcome
No,
to
we just-
Hey, thanks for putting your butt in my face.
welcome to the second Ask EMH behind the scenes Q&A and all that garbage. Funny thing, a year ago to today, this was filmed on the 9th. We were at the Corthall cabin in Jim Thorpe.
Oh yeah. Wow,
Time
cool.
flies.
What is he talking
What are you
about?
doing? Stop.
All right, so we have questions today.
As always.
just go ahead.
We're gonna jump right into it?
Sure.
Jeff, ask the first question.
No.
You sicken me.
I love you. Yubo at 99 asked us, early in the series, how did we survive financially? Now, I don't know if this meant in character or, out of character.
In
And
real
I
life.
think either way, it was pretty much the same
Answer
story.
both.
You answer both.
Answer in
I was
character
the
and
host
out of
for a
character.
second.
I'll answer both.
Vinny,
Here
answer
we
in
go.
character and out of character.
You ready? In character. It's cheap to live when you're
Like, not real.
We had,
payrolled
like-
by the otherworldly beings.
Rent controlled by Elders
Yeah.
Abominations.
It's like half the time we were probably like dead half the time. So like
Yeah.
there was no like
And all the houses were one house, so rent was cheap.
yeah, there was they didn't need to
Yeah.
eat a lot.
For like
Out-
the Scooby-Doo portion of the story, I think we kind of telegraphed our like jobs in character. Like we would talk about it
Yeah.
on the Twitter and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, I actually worked in the hospital like I did in real life. Yeah, I
And
think
that's
you
that
were
answers
teaching.
the out of the game stuff.
Yeah,
the
you
out of
were
game
teaching
question.
karate.
Yeah,
I think that was like both
Yeah.
in and out
we all
briefly.
we all had real jobs.
Yeah. Pretty much
Uh,
full time, if not very close to full time. And
yeah.
then school.
Usually always full time jobs.
Yes, so out of game we had jobs. That's kind of what we were talking about it earlier. That's kind of what held a lot of this up, is that we
Pretty
always
much.
had jobs.
Yep.
That just never ended.
Well, I mean, it will never end either.
No.
Until you're dead, so.
Well, retirement is going to be nice
Yeah,
at 75.
You're gonna wanna keep working though.
Keep
for that.
going.
But I mean, I think, I could be completely misreading this, but I
Sure.
think asking that sort of thing, I know it's kind of funny when people say like, did you ever expect the series to be as big as it is? And it's huge. Like it's more people have come and followed this than I would have anticipated. But I think like the other side of that, it's like we never really reaped like the YouTuber
No, right.
glory
We
from it.
made fucking like
We made maybe $200.
yeah.
And I was,
Very
that was
minimal
gone
money on
instantly.
it.
I was going to
because-
say, we also, we made that decision consciously almost.
Yes.
We were like, no, we'd rather have music. We'd rather not monetize.
We brought it
We'd
upon
rather.
ourselves.
We totally did. So we can't even complain, because we might have a decent. Who knows what would have happened had we got money in and reinvested that into the gore and into the effects and into the. We might have gotten even bigger, but we decided to keep it where we had it.
It would have been a completely different animal
Totally.
in the end, because we wouldn't have been able to use all the music we wanted
And that
to.
was such a big deal
Right.
for us
Yeah.
during it because that's how we get inspired.
Yeah, no, and like you said, Vinny, not that that's a complaint. Like we actively
No.
chose
Yes.
that, but it just
Yeah.
it was a conscious decision at
Yep.
one point that radically changed what could
It did.
and
Now,
was.
on the same vein, if you guys want to give us money, I have a Patreon, Jeff has a Patreon, Vinny has a Patreon, Vinny
Yeah.
has a movie coming out.
I do.
Please,
There is
God, give us money.
Now is your chance.
Now's your chance
Nobody
to
asked.
finally
Nobody
give us
asked
money.
about giving us money, but
I
you-
know how much you want to give us money. I can feel it in your bones.
Yeah.
Give us your bones and your money,
Ooh, I would like some bones.
please.
Send them.
No square.
I'll put the
bones.
P.O. box below.
Do we have to
Next
I
question.
do. For your bones.
for bones. For Evan,
Yes.
a while back you drew Habit on Instagram. Was that how you imagined him to look? That was asked by Brittany 1.
Yeah, more or less. So what I imagined was the concept was like a 2 words is parasite wolf. like the parasite wolf is what I imagined for him, because he eats rabbits and wolves eat rabbits, and he's a fucking parasite. That's how what he does. So sort of this horrific bug mixed with a wolf was my idea. Of course, I made it like a werewolf because I think werewolves are fucking awesome.
You see that new werewolf movie that's coming out?
Which new
The
werewolf?
Western werewolf movie?
No.
Guillermo del
Sounds
Toro's involved.
Oh no, that sounds great.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
I have loved werewolves ever since Dog Soldiers. Do you remember Dog Soldiers? The best, arguably the best werewolf movie
It's
of all
very
time.
good.
Anyway, so yes,
Sorry, yeah.
that's kind of canon how I see him. I could probably redraw a better version
Yeah, that
now.
was
that's
a
more
while
like
ago at this
it
point.
was a long time ago, and I was just kind of fucking around. I could draw a more like legit fucked up detailed version of him, which probably evokes more horror. That was more.
Somebody
that drawing was more
one-up-
for fun
One up Evan.
rather than horror.
So he'll redo it,
I'm
and then
pretty
you
sure
do
people
better than him.
have at
Have
this
they?
point. I
Have
think
they done
so.
that? Have they
I'd
done
have
that
to go back.
particular habit style though? Because I feel like that just was a one-off thing that you did, and everyone was like, "Oh, that's cool," and then left it.
The monster?
Yeah.
No, people have
People
drawn
done
his
that?
monster
Oh, right.
a bunch of
I
times.
lied,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But like, I would like to draw one that's maybe more based on horror, probably more spidery limbs, probably
Okay.
more just limbs in general, and probably a like a wolf that runs like a real wolf, not a werewolf. But either way, he's supposed to be this horrific fucking
And
wolf bug.
to that extent, is there or was there a backstory written for Habit?
So,
We
for
talked about
me,
that a little bit.
yes, yes there is. I just never like wrote it, but I know where I imagine that he comes from and what he is and what happened or whatever. But never do I think it would. It's not at all in the series. You can't find it
Right.
because I don't think it's relevant.
Right.
You have to
kinda-
deal with him as he is. It doesn't matter where he came from or what he is. It doesn't matter.
Sure.
He's here now.
No, we were
And he's
kind
the
of
worst.
saying that like we were talking about. It would almost, I mean, how massive it freaking was without
Yes.
the origin story of
Right.
Habit.
Yeah.
It would only kind of serve to distract at that point.
And if you did
8
one,
years
you'd have to do them all.
Right.
And I remember
Mhm.
specifically us saying we don't ever want to talk about where. Like whenever I make a story, I can't help but go into those details of where
Yes.
something came from because my brain
Well,
has to
and
make
as a
sense
creator,
of
I
it.
was just saying it helps us make sense of everything that they do.
And yeah, exactly,
Right.
and that did, and that was like a part of it.
Mhm.
But I would never put that in the story, if, with a monster, especially
because it's
one
not
that's
part of the
supposed
story
to
that you're trying
be.
to tell.
Exactly,
also
exactly.
you start humanizing them a little bit. I
And
think.
that's the problem.
Yeah.
You did not want to humanize them. The whole point of Habit was I thought it would be neat if it's something that you think that you could humanize, and then it's like, oh no, this is not a person. You know what I mean? Like that's like the point. Like
Some of you did it anyway.
yeah,
You
man, I
sick
can't stop you.
fucks.
I can't stop them.
Can I
tried.
curse?
I really
Do we
tried.
curse on this channel?
I think we can.
Oh, you sick fucks.
Yeah, you are sick, fucks. I really did try to make him
As awful as fucking
as
possible.
fucking awful as possible.
And
Oh,
people
you
are
mean
still-
the people falling in love with
And then
Habit?
they were like, yeah,
Yeah,
get
the-
him,
and-
break into
and the-
my house. I'm like, he'll kill you. Yeah,
And the
he
ones
will.
who are
Like,
kinda
I
like-
can't stop. I can't defeat you.
He has
because
redeemable
you have beaten me.
qualities. He has redeemable qualities. I love
Does
hearing that
he?
argument. No, I just love hearing that argument.
Oh, yeah.
I love that argument.
Knife play. That's
Yeah.
the redeeming quality. Like, I feel it's
Well,
like.
if you think about it,
I bet.
if it's a good knife play.
I know,
I'll
I know.
accept
It's
it.
If
it's
there, you never
fantastic.
devote more time to this topic, and I think we can. I
To
think
knife
the
play,
entire-
To knife
absolutely.
play because I could go on
to
about
Habit, to people humanizing Habit.
yeah, yeah.
I think we should just have flashing all caps text at the bottom. He ate the baby at the
He
entire time.
That's
of
people
the video.
like that because that
He
means he has a
ate a baby.
stomach, which means he's human.
You
Well,
know,
he was
it shows
inside
he's
of a
good.
human
He's good
body.
with kids. You know, if it's in
Right,
the
so he's
digestive
human.
tract and whatever.
When he's inside of a human, he's wearing a person,
Human,
but
right.
he's not a person.
well, that makes it dream.
I guess he.
That makes him dreamy.
All right, so let's get off
That makes him mysterious. and
Habit's
dangerous.
love boat for a second.
Hmm.
Oh God!
Sick.
Then right into this one. Where does Slendy go to sleep? Can we just
Habit's love boat.
Habit's
Habit's love boat.
Thank you, Mambo.
Please draw pictures of
X.
it. Habit's love boat.
Yes.
He's the captain.
That's where Slendy sleeps, and I guess all the good kids
Does
cry.
he get 8 to 10 hours a night? Do we know, or does he like sleep 2 hours? Is
I
he,
feel like he's
Well,
just.
I know this good health channel that we could get those tips. That,
Oh.
how much sleep.
They
is
talk about what you should
necessary.
eat before you go to
Where's
bed.
the grab the business card?
We'll
What
smash
the fuck
that
is
in
that
there.
little typewriter thing you have over there?
Huh?
It's a label maker, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a label maker. I use it to label all my film equipment.
Let me play with it.
It's dead, right? I'm not gonna do
So
that.
what?
It's not dead. You just don't.
I swear to God, go
you
get
just
it.
don't want me to.
I'm
make
not
a
gonna
bunch of
waste
babies.
energy, but
Jeff,
go
go
do
get
it.
it.
I'm loaded down with awful pizza right now.
Oh my god, God. Yeah, I'm sweating.
That was good pizza. I liked it.
It was good.
Laggy McClagan Pants says.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do that one more time.
It's a great name. Again, I'll probably butcher all these handles. Laggy McClagan Pants.
I like it. That's good.
What was your process for finding spots to film? Did you get tips from people, or did you just find them?
Yes. Tips from Jeff.
Yeah,
He's the
mostly.
one that knows where a lot of
Yeah.
hidden nonsense is.
Yeah, we didn't. Now that's not to say that other people didn't reach out and give us places, because
that's true.
We did find a bunch of places through a lot of fans, through friends that really we went to and had a good time at, but didn't film at.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and some of it was like, I mean, the longer we talk about this, you'll come to know like how much of it was circumstantial, of like
Yes.
us face rolling into things we
Yes.
were researching, and like, holy shit, wait, I know this. Like with Centralia is the perfect example of that. Like that's something we knew
Yep.
loosely about,
Well-
the whole Silent Hill connection to it.
Baldpate was a weird little thing, because
Baldpate was weird.
that was very strange.
Well, that was actually, at that point,
I thought that was Jeff.
it was me.
It was.
But because of how it fell into place, my friend Ryan, in and out of the series,
Mm-hmm.
our friend Ryan, he was like, let's go hiking. He was not involved with the series at all at that point. And I was like, hey, me and my buddies are working on this thing. You mind if we all do a
Oh
group
my
weekend?
god,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Mhm. I totally until just now I had
He was just
forgotten.
being him when he
Yeah.
was there.
Yeah, no, and so we went with Ryan, and we're like, do you mind we film? He's like, whatever. He's a really good sport about it in hindsight. But yeah, a lot of what you see, obviously, in some of the older videos is Candid. And that was
Us
like
rolling down the hill and
the
stuff.
first year that Baldpate was either open to the public or like it was just bought from being private, and Baldpate became such a keystone of the series
Yeah.
almost by accident.
Yep.
Because
And it's-
Ryan wanted to take his friends out hiking one day, and we're like, hey, can we incorporate this in the series?
I would say almost all of that, all of the footage from Baldpate, almost, with the exception of us going, the later shit of us going through it or whatever. But like us just having fun on that day, that's like 99.9
Yes.
billion% just us hanging out and goofing off.
Oh yeah.
Like that wasn't like us fighting with the sticks and me and that whole like
We spliced in the intro and you staring off into space.
Yes.
Everything
Yeah,
else was
Everything
yeah,
else was
and
much.
that was pretty much it. The rest
Yeah.
of it was just us fucking with each other
Yep.
and having a good time.
Yeah, so a lot of
I
it,
forgot
yeah, a lot of these places were literally places that either Jeff sort of like researched a little bit online, or that one of us found just by driving by, or Jeff. A lot of the key locations though were you.
Yeah,
Like, there was
they
a lot
were.
of little things that were just kind of like, oh, this is cool.
I mean, just
But-
going as far back
And
to
Ryan,
like
I guess.
abandoned stuff and
Yeah,
urban exploration and all that has been something we've been into forever. So
that's it. We all adventured. Jeff found a lot of
yeah,
cool
no,
places.
we just like
and it was
abandoned
fun.
stuff.
Yep.
We were just talking. I literally have like freshman year of high school. I wrote for the school newspaper about the abandoned Lambertville High School.
Yep.
Need to find that because that would be
Which
that would
was
be awesome.
did we mention that school's name in the series, or should we direct them to the
I
episode?
think we did. Lambertville High
Cops,
School.
cops
I'm pretty
checked.
sure you said.
Yeah,
Cops check,
no, we
no
definitely
body.
did in the Princeton tapes.
Oh, we definitely did. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the same
So,
school. That's
yeah.
my only coaster.
Well, a lot of the big name
Awesome.
places,
Florida.
except for of course Cropsey, were their actual namesakes. Like
Yeah.
Centralia.
Well, Cropsey was because we all watched that fucking Cropsey.
Yeah,
Cropsey.
that was the name of the documentary it was in, and we were not driving out to. We didn't have a giant hospital in Ohio to drive out to, although we almost did
I mean,
drive
I
out.
did.
We sure did.
What?
I've been to Ohio
So have I.
3 times in the past 4 months.
Well, no, there,
It's a lot.
a brief
It's not
aside.
nice. Hey, how do you guys live in Ohio? Also,
How do
Indiana.
you?
What's wrong with you?
Cairo lives in Ohio and it's terrible.
It's not great.
When we were filming the B-roll for the Drive West video, we did have that inkling of a thought to make it a long weekend
Yes.
to get a organic
Jeff and I, at least. That's why I've been so
drive-in,
surprised.
welcome to
Yeah,
Ohio sign.
no, I wouldn't have done that. You could just keep doing that
No,
yourself.
and that's why we just drove around Poconos for
Yeah.
2
One
hours.
one drive through Ohio for me was very much enough. Very much enough.
I'm going to Iowa in October.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's cool. I'll tell you after this. It's very cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want these people.
Fuck 'em.
No.
Fuck 'em.
Good.
Yuboa99 asks us again.
Yeah.
Which moments? Oh yeah, this might have been a repeat. Which moments you just couldn't help but laugh while filming? That might have been a.
No, I don't think that's a repeat.
I don't think that's a repeat.
No, I think it is because we talked about the rock
Good
in your
job,
eye.
Jeff. You.
Who are you? Arnold Schwarzenegger. What are you doing? Defending my mountain.
Well, can I come up your mountain?
If you want a rock in your eye,
Oh. Well, what happens to people that come up your mountain?
get a rock in your eye.
Oh man, who are you again?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Idiot.
Well, no, a lot of people have very similar thoughts about
Spoop.
what they want to know.
It was all funny. That's why we shot. All right, so hold on.
Yeah.
Let me lay this groundwork real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
One of the reasons we didn't monetize is because we never wanted EMH to be anything but fun for us.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of the times that we
That's
were
a good
on
point.
set, when we got together, it was always fun. We were always laughing. It was never like, oh my god, these fucking guys, we gotta film this. It was always...
Maybe
like
once or
hours of
twice
laughs.
when somebody was very sick.
Right. Or
Yeah.
like very hungry, but even that wasn't a bad time.
No,
There was
no,
never
no.
any...
Very hungry. Was that at me and not at me?
Well, that's any of us really, but yes, Evan gets very grumpy.
Don't eat. I'm like a Snickers bitch.
But if
You
we
know, like,
You're
You're acting
not
like a
you when you're
bitch. Eat a
hungry,
Snickers.
but if we had to pick a couple really
pitch that to
funny
Snickers,
funnies,
see what they say.
I love it. The best night
Where's
ever
my
and the
contract?
Poconos trip after you got done being fucking frozen to death was a lot of fun.
Oh, the best night
best
ever.
night
You
ever
missed
before.
The,
Yeah.
the best night ever.
That was only two of us.
That's what it's called. The best night ever.
You know what we're talking about when we say the
I
best
know.
night
Oh,
ever.
I know. I'm
That
well
was
aware.
really good.
You had hot cocoa and ping pong.
Video
Video
games,
games,
yep.
You
Poconos.
can't have
Awesome.
ping pong with 3, so
No,
that's fine.
you can't.
Oh no, you absolutely can't.
No, you can't. Right.
And we proved it.
That's Bing Bang Pong. You don't want that. Nobody wants Bing Bang.
All right, so
keep on rolling here.
I mean, we could cut this. Is there any specific
Yeah, but don't-
laugh out loud? If we can, we can move on. But
Laugh out loud.
like
Yes, Rockin' Your Eye.
rocking your eye in Centralia.
Which have we released that?
No, but we.
Oh
Oh,
my
wait,
God,
no,
really?
that was on the creators Facebook group for a while. This can now go on the channel now
Okay.
that the series.
So yeah, there have been more than a few times that were laugh out loud funny. One when Evan pulled a gun on Slender Man. We all fucking lost it, and then we used that take because that was the take that glitched out that
Got
we talked
fucked
about,
up,
the
yeah.
curse one. So it actually ended up being in the video itself.
Ty. I left it in the car.
Where's the mask?
In the car.
What do you mean, man?
I left it in the car.
Oh shit!
There was a bunch. Whenever Alex was on set, he was fucking.
Alright, this is proof that there is something in my room. Yeah! Yeah! This is me listening into my door.
More or less.
More or less.
Oh my god.
Great.
It's really hard. Did you have one?
I was gonna say, I think if there was ever time that the audience laughed at something that was obviously comedic, we were probably dying behind the scenes, either
Yes.
when we came up with it or after we filmed.
Yes.
Like the Wendy's, the
Oh
grabby
my
hand.
Oh my
That
god,
was
yeah.
good.
The grabby hand, I was stifling laughter
Yeah,
in my parents'
yeah.
kitchen because I'm just hearing the plastic creaking. Yeah, no. I
With your
think-
dog
that was-
looking at us from like.
That was so hard to keep, and
Yeah.
we had to keep such straight
That was
faces
rough.
for that. We had to do that one a few times.
Yep.
If you ever notice an abrupt cut from a comedy scene, it's because we were laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if not,
Yeah, that's a
when we
good- that's a good
came up with
indicator.
it. If it was something on the fly, then that was especially giggle fits from us.
That's
Fantastic.
definitely a good one. I really don't know. There are so like I've had like you said every time we got together to film. That's what I've loved most about this. That's the like all the people that we've gotten to know is great and all. But like I'm so happy that we did it because I had so much fun. Like there were so many nights where we were doing this that I was just like, this is fucking the best. Like this is funny as shit. So like I was laughing most every time we all got together. I think I was laughing my ass off. Like no matter what it was, unless sick or miserable
Sure.
or whatever. But even then, even when all three of us were like, fuck, we still found ways to start like ripping on it and like making each other laugh. And I think that's. I don't know. It's hard for me to pick one time
Right.
because I had such a good time.
Because it's not a job. We never made it a job ever.
No.
If we didn't feel like filming, we just didn't fucking film.
Hence,
Right.
hence waiting a year for a video.
Which I
'cause,
know,
like, we're like,
bitch
man.
about it, but at the same time, that's.
Well, I mean, that's also
that was all we
something during and after we discussed too. Like, I remember specific conversations we had about this. Like, I remember one night at my parents' house, probably about 3 years ago at this point, we had like not really relevant to the laughs thing, but we had just this random heart-to-heart when we all got together to film something, and we just sat around and we recorded some of it for like post-game stuff, but we just had a heart-to-heart about life in general, and it was kind of like it was weird. You know, we were at least 5 years into the story whenever this happened. This was a couple years ago at this point. But it was like, it's not a job, but like people don't just do this stuff.
Right.
Like people, and like that's something I appreciate because not everybody has, you know, people that they would commit years of their life to go do something.
Right.
Like one of you were saying, like you had a conversation with your dad or something that's like, yeah, I guess people don't just go out and, you know, make stuff like that. It had to been your dad, because I remember. My throat's all scratchy. Yeah, no, it was
Jeff's
something.
crying.
I wish I.
Jeff's
I
gonna
wish
cry.
I
You're
could.
allergic to Molly?
Sorry.
No, really, though, that soda went down my throat weird. No, but it's like you're saying, shut up. It's like, I don't know, it's something to cherish and something that not everybody has, and like that was something I appreciated.
And I think because it was that atmosphere, because we spent 8 years doing it, because we liked it, that's why we're still on this question. It's like we don't have any funny things because it was all funny.
It was honestly as
it was
cheesy
just
as that is
three
to
of us
say,
hanging out. It was
like
right.
I can pick a million moments that I thought were fucking hilarious.
And we will. We're
but
gonna
I
put
can't pick
together
a
some
favorite.
behind
like,
the scenes stuff.
I
Super
can't.
cut.
I want to watch through that
Yes.
because I'm so fucking excited to see
Well,
that.
and that's
like,
what we were saying with like the zombie movie. The best part was the bloopers because
Oh my
it
goodness.
was just us just taking the shit out on each other for half hour.
just doing fucking whatever.
I'm watching my brother shit the bed spectacularly over one.
Oh my
minute.
god, that was amazing.
Hurricane asks for a list of filming locations. I actually have Google Maps of. It hasn't been updated in a while, and I think we don't go explicit because I think some of it is kind of like how much information is too much.
Also,
information.
spoilers. A lot of the most of the abandoned locations we used are gone. So Lambertville High School is gone.
Yep.
The
Candleverse
warehouse
video?
is gone. The Candleverse video stuff is gone.
Yeah.
What else is gone?
Is
We actually-
Cropsy gone? Cropsy?
It's going
to be.
But it's still probably
That's a
another
beautiful
year or
place.
two.
Yeah.
couple-
That's a beautiful place.
So we actually have a running joke we've had since we went to Lambertville. If we film there, within 2 years, it's gone.
We retire these.
We
places.
retire these
We
places.
destroy them, yeah.
We went to Lambertville. It was standing for decades, literal decades before that.
I wrote about
abandoned.
it 10 years ago.
Yeah, and we had been going before that separately. Like I didn't know that you knew about it that early on.
Do you remember it was when I was seeing Jessa and I was with all our friends.
And I came to get you.
Yeah,
Yes.
one of the girls, oh my god, whoever
Somebody's
drove us
car died.
locked their keys in the car at fucking Lambertville High
I do
School.
remember that. Yeah.
And we're stranded. I was with Alec, my buddy Alec.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like going on like day trips in like the little city and stuff, so he was already miserable. But he's like, all right, at least because we spent the day in Lambertville.
Yeah.
So now we're like, all right, at least we can see a cool abandoned building. Not 20 minutes later, I think the keys are locked in the car, and Alec just sits down and goes, "This is a new hope. This is no hope." And we're like, "Oh, who can we call?" Like,
Oh my
dude,
God.
Vinny, you met up with the girl's mom in like the park
Yeah,
or something, right?
to
And
get
got
her
the keys and came up and got
Yeah.
us.
What a
It
fucking
sure did.
bizarre.
It was so
It was a
weird.
nightmare, but
Yeah,
it's
so
a fun story in hindsight.
we burned it down because that happened.
No,
so.
we did not burn down the high school.
Jeff
Jeff
burned it down.
Jeff
I
demolished
No,
it.
they actually did. So the 1 year it was really, really bad. The year after we went, everything collapsed on the 3rd floor. And Lambertville City Council was like, we have to get rid of it before Halloween because people will die. So they burned it to the ground.
Oh, yeah, it was
That would have
like,
made such a cool Halloween slasher backstory.
I know.
though.
We could still do it.
Like, I got crushed by the
I think they
Lambertville
were
school and I'm
getting
coming
like
back.
fined like $100,000 a day or something obscene like that for every day that they didn't demolish it.
Holy crap.
So
Awesome.
it was like, you know, whoever owns this property, get rid of it because kids are gonna die in here.
And they burned it down. I think literally the day before Halloween in
you're right.
2016 or something, 2015. Yeah.
Yeah,
So a lot of the locations,
we'll provide what we can,
Yeah.
at least for
just know that
historical context.
one of them will be a Costco. So you won't find a cool warehouse there.
Oh
Just
my God,
know
yeah.
that,
Yeah.
Brooklyn,
that was
Land
the
of Ash and
Candleverse,
Waste.
right?
No,
No.
that's another place that's gone.
Yeah,
That was
the Brooklyn
shipping
warehouse.
It was near that though. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
right
right around the
like
corner.
right down
Right
there.
around
Yeah,
the corner.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so a lot of them are just
Weird.
like not even worth looking at because they're gone. So just be aware.
And I think the list we have also has like places in Canada as well. Like we didn't go out to Ohio, but
Speak for yourself.
for this story, but we
Speak
have
for
a
yourself.
check mark at Fairmount. You didn't go to Fairmount.
Let me finish. Follow youtube.com/VinnyEverymanAdventures.
It's not a thing.
Shut up. I had document a new iteration of
Someone's
Vinny.
gonna make it a thing now.
I document a
Yeah,
new
you're
iteration of
giving
Vinny.
a
You're
name
gonna
drop.
fucking
Goes.
regret that.
I already have it. Watch my first 7 videos. Up now. Patreon exclusive. Go ahead.
Anyway.
I have to go make that immediately. Before.
Nice shirt.
Thanks. You can
What
have it.
made you decide?
Can I?
This is kind of a heavy canon topic.
Oh,
What
sorry.
made you decide to not kill off Slendy, or was that never an option for you?
Oh,
in the
never
first
an
Never
place?
an option.
Never an
Take
option.
aim coward.
Straight up, never an option.
Never an
In
option.
fact, we grappled with that for all of 0.3 seconds, and we were like, no, we're just not doing it.
Yeah.
There's no reason to. First of all, he's not. The way that I feel about it, anyway, is he's not our character to kill. Somebody,
That's kinda how I feel.
somebody
Very
created
good
him
point.
and was like, he is an omnipotent being. He is everything, the beginning and the end. And I'm not going to go, okay, well, fuck that. We kill him. That doesn't make sense to me. So that was my own personal throw at it.
It was like if people were making names to not rip off Slender Man, it was almost like, well, you don't really have not the right, because if we wanted to,
Oh, yeah.
we would have. But it was like if people were making names to not call it Slender Man, we weren't gonna just be like, hey, this is ours, here, kill it. It was just kind of a not even respect. It was just like you can't. It's like fighting the ocean.
Right.
Like,
Right.
what are you
That's
gonna do?
Exactly.
Fist fight
Right.
the ocean and have at it. You can
So
try.
if you kill him, that's you just destroy the only sense of fear.
Right.
It's like cheap heat.
why am I now
Yes.
scared of this?
Same
and
with-
why am I scared of the like? You know what I mean? That's just not good.
And I
It's
think
not good story.
there's greater implications to it too, to our story. But at its core, it's like it's not ours to. It was in
like
essence
that
it
reason,
was an
yeah.
homage to that character, and it was like that being the linchpin of this entire canon we came up
Right.
with. It would have been silly to make it all just to destroy it. I
Yep.
think. All right, so. Now this one we can probably axe this if we screw this up. This was another one of those really canon questions, but I guess our audio mixing is kind of shitty at times. What does Dr. Cornthal say to Vinny in introductions? Asked Brittany.
What does I forgot?
It was when you say, I fucked up, Dad. He hugs you, and he says, it's alright. And you say, it's not. I believe he says, we do what we think is right.
yes.
Yeah, there's a reason.
And then I think we play with the audio after, so what you hear there is probably not to be heard. But that is what is actually said in
Yep.
perfect
Yeah, that's
audio
fine.
recording.
There you go.
Either we do what we can, or you did what you thought was right.
Yeah, and it was.
We did what we thought was
I
right.
think that was.
that sounds.
It was an
correct.
interesting
Yeah.
dynamic, I think, because not to give the viewers too much, exposition that they should come across, but it's like, think of that dynamic between this father and his immortal son. It's like
Yes.
he kind of injected himself into this situation, and he doesn't even really, I think, fully grasp the scope of what he's dealing with yet, and he just knows his son is fucked up, and he's like,
Yeah, he's disappointed
okay,
dad. He's
I guess.
disappointed dad, and his sons
and his
I still
stupid
love
keep
you.
his sons just keep fucking up.
his stupid immortal sons.
So I think that's exactly it. It's a dad who's disappointed, but also like
not in the whole
right,
tragedy that they've been wrapped up in.
yeah.
But he hates the thing that
He
you
hates
gotta-
one of us
he
in
hates
particular.
The children.
He hates
One of
his
us.
actual
So
biological
much.
son.
Yeah.
So
That's why
much.
he said, "Please let me be in this series. I want to pretend that I have better sons."
What?
What?
Yeah, no, he came to us one day.
Where are my good sons? Bring me
Said,
my good, better
I'm
sons.
really tired of my actual
Yeah.
son. Can you
His
guys
eyes
be
were
my
sunken and-
surrogate son?
he was haggard and tired.
Looked as though he'd been
He's
crying.
going gray.
See, at that,
That was my
point,
fault.
he was paying us per diem
Yeah.
weekly, to
was great.
hang out with Evan anyway.
Yeah.
So we're like, yeah,
Makes
no, we'll
sense.
watch your
This
kid and,
all is coming together.
and make a video
this is
project
all making
with
a lot
him.
of sense.
And he goes,
why
yeah.
I've been
So
around.
also, every couple of months, maybe like a month out of the year, can we hang out? And I pretend, I'm your dad. And we're like, yeah.
We
let's
wrote it
do
right
this.
in the story, and it all makes sense.
It makes sense.
And you can't refute it. So next question.
Yeah, it's canon. Now.
That's it.
This is kind of silly being on the now that these videos are coming out. Will there ever be a blooper reel
Yes.
or channel?
We already said yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jeff
come on,
already
didn't you-
answered that.
No,
we didn't.
who asked that question?
It's a different one.
You
Like
should
the
have
number
known.
40.
That we just said it on this video 2 seconds.
No, they don't. They can't know that.
You better know.
wouldn't
They
have
can
known
know that.
They could have.
So
They're
rewind
watching
that.
right now.
All right.
Look at the
I
chat.
guess-
Look what they're saying.
Lackery Mose.
Idiot.
That's stop. You're
Says it
confusing
right there
them.
on
Says
the-
it
Don't
right
do
there.
that.
On
You're-
the
Says it
chat.
right there.
This isn't live.
This is live. Are you looking?
We're making an executive decision to break this up into 2 parts. So stay tuned for something special.
Don't. Hang up. totally.
And there
you
were.
I'll
filming?
pause. Yes.
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
Yep.
She got down before I could close the door.
Oh,
baby!
yeah. Woo! Come on. Come on up here.
Yeah, look at her.
Yeah, I love you, my little girl.
You can just call her Banana.
I'm gonna eat you.
Where's the
I'm
banana?
gonna eat you, little
Why is she wet? Did she fall into the pond
No,
again?
she was trying to find the frog.
Yeah, no. Did she fall? Oh, yeah.
Oh, there she goes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, she didn't know where to go. She's wait, what?
She's done. She, woo.
Did she get something in her mouth?
No.
Like a hurricane. Ellie Molly is gone.
She wants you to run upstairs, is what she wants.
She wants him to run upstairs. She doesn't want me to run upstairs.